Flash, do a little flashy tin. Mikey's little stand. It's pretty good. We have the JoyToy turtles. Of course, I've posed up Mikey, and this is JoyToy. It's like, I don't think he has a real name. It's like 17 or something, they call it. They give you, JoyToy does, you can do like random human army builders. They do this little package. So it's like 18. So it's just some guy. It's like $20, figure model 18. So that's pretty cool. This guy is just 17, whoever that is. But, you know, where can I order those JoyToy? There's a lot of places. I got these from like Bombas Bee, but places like AliExpress are also really good. So it kind of depends. Amazon, I think, has them. Technically, JoyToy doesn't sell them in the US themselves. They only have the license for like Asia or whatever. But there's a ton of places to import them, and it's just like $35 or less. Like AliExpress has had a few sales recently. I can link after this. I could link in the description. Like there's oddly enough, there's a lot of super legit JoyToy stores. Maybe because like 4K or 540K is just such like a big thing, you know. But JoyToy is quite easy to get. And I have these little stands. I don't know if you can see well the lighting. The trouble with like JoyToy is they're so small. It's hard to like be an amateur fool and light them super well. But let's see. Hold on. What if does that help at all? No, not really. In the little light box-a-roo. What's up, Rice? I tried AliExpress, had good and bad experience with them. Thank you so much, Jesse. Thank you. Yeah, I'll link. There's you'll see like some AliExpress stores are like gold star rated, and there's some really good JoyToy ones, like Fleama Toy Store. There's just like some super legit ones. But which JoyToy turtle should we open? Like I can show you real quick the size on Mikey. So if some folks, you may not realize like the size. So here's like the Playmates remaster turtles. Quite small, right? Little bitty baby turtles. We have like Turtles of Grayskull Leonardo. So this is just shy of 4 inches. So some folks are hoping it'll scale with like this or that, but it really won't. We do here. He's a little crouched in some places with his legs, but certainly under 4 inches. So it's a little dude. But I don't know. I think he's dope, and I have these little stands. That's silly. But which turtle should we go for next? I have them all here, so obviously not Mikey. Like Raph is pretty sick. They all have the slashy effects. Should we go for Donnie? Let's go Donnie. I taped them together just for funsies back there. So here is the JoyToy packaging is interesting. Raph? All right, Jesse. We can do Raph. Oh, stupid tape. Because the boxes, they don't necessarily sit super flat. So we have here, the JoyToy boxes are interesting, and I'll show you. I think JoyToy does like a standard box size, Because here's their Warhammer 40K guy, like so, and so it's just it's the same like box dimensions. So the TMNT, they're smaller little guys, but they did like the same box, so they're kind of like dwarfed in their box, which makes me laugh. But you got the nice art. Like it's a nice display. You can see like all your official stuff. Let's get it. How's everybody doing on this, at least in the US, Sunday? What is this? Why? Shrink wrapped all nice. Are you kidding me? Okay. Man, it's man versus shrink wrap over here. Dun, 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 dun. What up, Greg? Working. That sucks. Don't just work as little as possible. Phone it in, you know? And then you have the tray system, a beautiful, lovely tray system. What's up, Greg? Nice. Nice YouTube name. Where is Raph? I don't even think Raph's taped in. I do like, let's give it up again for trays. There's no ties. It's just straight to the tray. You love it. Okay. What do we got here? Ooh, look at this Raffy boy. I like some people, how do we feel about like the shell stuff? I think it's pretty cool. Like it's hard to explain why every turtle has it unless it's like some turtle brotherhood kind of thing. But yeah, I think it's rad. And so it's a little itty bitty boy Raph. Like alternate reality going on there. Hopefully you get yours. Like that sucks about the whole delivery thing. JoyToy, they're just like super smooth. It is a little scary given that they're so small. Like you want to be a little extra careful if things don't move right away. The Fortnite skins, yeah, people say that like especially with like the wraps. Not a ton of the turtles always have like wraps. There is like the ab crunch on these guys, not bad. It's not great, but it's independent of the shell. So you are like moving stuff around. Pretty good. Like bend, all things considered. It would be cool to get the Fortnite designs. Maybe someday. So he's got that. What I like about Raph, unlike Mikey, Raph has size storage. Mikey, what disappoints me about Mikey is there's no chuck storage, which is kind of a downer, right? You need to be able to store the chucks. Dark Leo's ab crunch, it's true. Nobody can beat that. Though these do like pop off. Like you can, if you push it more, you can not bad. And then the legs, it's interesting. They're not as articulated as I was thinking, and it's partly because of the sculpt. So it's like you have that, and because he has these big meaty thighs, and so there is like a thigh cut, but it's up at the top. It's interesting, and I do believe they do have double jointed knees. The elbows are single jointed, but the knees are double. Though again, they're big beefy calves. Look at that. Like those are some calves on Raph. When you have like calf cleavage and then like the standard feeties. And then look, he has like a thigh. He just has his kunai ready to go, so he's all kitted out. I don't know. I think it's super sick. A long bandana. And so what you get this cool like dio piece, which is a quarter of it. Where did I put? I don't know where I put Mikey's. Do I lose my keys like immediately? How's that? How's it even possible? What do I don't understand. How does life work? But you can put them up on there. Where the fuck did I put my keys? I'm gonna need that. Oh wait. I found it. So we can start connecting them. Snap in there. Ooh. Ooh. That's good stuff so far. And it looks like they all come with their own little skateboard. So like Raph gets his skateboard. It's pretty sick. Like, it's a way better skateboard than you would think. It's almost like tech deck quality. Raph, of course, each turtle also gets their own little turtle stand. Like so. It is. They're super cool. Like, they're small. They're little babies, but Raph gets his own turtle comm. I believe it looks like they all got like the same turtle comm thing going on. A desiccate. I don't know why they have like the desicates. Maybe if they're worried about like the paint being too fresh. Raph, they have different slice of pizza. That Raph's kind of has a face. Mikey's is like half eaten. Raph gets like a stretchy cheese one, like mid bite, and then you get his two little sai. They're little tiny. Someone was asking me if like the Playmates figures would be able to hold the weapons, and you can see no, because they're just everything is sized down, so they're just way too small. But more importantly, look at that. Effects for the sai. How sweet is that? Often, you get spinny chucks at times. You might get a bow staff, but a sai effect, that is sick, where it's just molded onto it. And then, I think... Okay, that's nice. The turtle hands are all like the same color. So you don't necessarily have to worry about like swapping them about. But you get like the open, reachy outy hands. God, hold on. You get different pairs of grippy hands. So here's some hands there. I feel like you just get, and then slightly wider hands. So one thing I've noticed so far that's a little tricky, I'm not like necessarily a super fan of the ball peg style on arms and hands. Like, it's fine. With JoyToy, I find, again, this is something like folks would just heat them up a little bit and it'd go right in. I don't do that when I'm essentially showing off product. I don't like to do anything beyond that. So it does take a little force, so maybe be careful there. But we can get that in there. It's not a bad connection. It's just tight, which is generally good. Okay, let's do kind of Can be a little tricky. Come on. Ooh, don't don't make me break you. That's pretty good. Oh god, sharp as hell. I just like stabbed myself. They are darker. They are a bit dark, yeah. A tiny bit is also the lighting, but they are just like dark figures. Let me show you. Yeah, so they're like, you know, like that. Hold on, let me try something. Let's see. The light box might be defeating us. Freaking light boxes. I don't know. What if? Hold on. Let's see here. Yeah, so they're kind of dark. I'm trying to see for comparison's sake the color of the green. You can see. Here's more size. So yeah, it is a darker green. Not super dark necessarily, but it's not like loyal subjects, Raph. Like that's a very lime green. God, I don't know what is it about that like Raph colors. The loyal subjects they kind of especially struggle. I don't think their non-wash versions are super great. Turtle's a bit busy for your taste. Yeah, these ones are interesting. I mean, aside from this and some of like the gear, like it is kind of heavy, but yeah, so there's some coloring there. But let's get back. Yeah, maybe we'll do this way. I think I don't know. They're dark enough that it's hard for the camera to bring out like the colors on them. Is that Raph best action? Yeah, this is best action Raph. You can see like his trademark like lip liner. I don't, I don't know why they went so like black lips, but NECA Last Ronin skin. Let's see. One moment. Look at little Raph. So you have here the OG Ronin. Yeah, the lip liner on Raph is kind of wild. But you can see it's just I don't know. Is that an olive green? Is that what we're going for there? So there's that Ronin. And then the newer Ronin. I mean, turtle colors, they're just all over the place as it is, right? But so it's interesting. They are a tad darker. But then if you want to see like the Fury toys, these were previously the smallest turtles to date, and people were thinking these were too small. But 1/18th scale is just interesting. And I'm starting to think like obviously, oh no, Raph, the scales are all just kind of off, right? Because this guy, he's still technically 1/12 scale. They just made him smaller, but proportionally, his gear still matches up. So when people were expecting short turtles, I think they were expecting more like this. But this is just a short, 1/12 scale. But this is a true, I don't know about true, but or at least claims to be 1/18 scale. So everything is sized down, so it's just tiny. Though the head's kind of close. Yeah, the Fury toys are really awesome. I think these are fantastic. Last Splinter Ronin. Yeah, the Splinter Ronin release has been really odd just because the way they've chosen to do things. Let's see. All these hands. I guess maybe these ones are like the through the finger sai hands. You can see there's just like more range. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. That fits very nicely. And then ta-da. He's like punching forward. More hard to find Casey Jones. Yeah, for some reason, like their distribution of stuff has just been kind of terrible lately, honestly. Oh no. Casey at FYE. How much were they charging? I know FYE generally has some of the worst prices known to man, but it's like you do what you can do, right? I like this. Just like so far, I bought this guy from JoyToy just so I'd have somebody to bounce off of. So that's pretty sick. Which Toidle should we get out next? We have Leo or Donnie. Of course, let's take Mikey out of the run-ins. You're from Peru? Yeah. Um, international folks get screwed. You might have an easy time of getting JoyToy internationally. Ooh, Peru next month. Look at all the Peru fans coming together. That's cool. Are we more Donnie or Leo fans in this chat at the moment? I don't know why, but I love the touch on the plastic, like just like a little extra premium, how they put like the JoyToy wording there. Super sick. Like, and the packaging on these, pretty stellar. Torn bandanas. Leo, oh shit. I just knocked them all down. It's okay though. Let's put them back on the stand for now. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Peru. I have a friend, she's from like her family's from Peru and all. So there's those two. The agent guy is going to kick in. Here's our Leo. And look, if that pose, like that's a hard Leo pose to get with a lot of figures. Your wife is Peruvian? Right on. So you love Peruvian food? Yeah, you kind of have no choice, huh? Thank you so much, Alexander. Very kind to say. One thing I like is that on the inside of the packaging, they like I think they just printed a bunch of the Turtles logo, like Pizza Power catchphrases, I mean. That's super neat. Nice little touch. Look at Leo here. Ooh, so again, the sets are very similar. So you get like the Dio pieces. You get, I think, the same kind of hands. Skateboard, slashy swords. And then just taped them. She doesn't cook it, don't be fooled. I mean, I don't blame her. I hate cooking. I can't. I just can't. And then you have to like clean everything up. Oh no. It's too much work. You order 2 of them from Bombas B. This is where I got mine, actually. Interesting. If you're interested in the mechanics, so we have the top, the top half here. Best action is the smallest turtles you can go. Yeah, best action is actually a pretty good height, I think. So I have like Leo here. So here's the tail of 2 Leos. But best action, they have their own issues, but I think generally they're a great size. Dark Leo there. So yeah, they have like the top half and the shell are one piece. And then the bottom half, this is interesting. Technically, I think you could. Oh no, the belt comes with like the butt, which is interesting. So it's like its own little piece. But then you have just a ball joint there. Uh-oh. Okay, now we're back in, folks. We're back in the game. This Leo, I think part of the reason they gave all the turtles like the back gear is so for like Leo, they wanted to do the sword holders and they wanted to reuse the bodies. So they were like, we're just gonna do little blinginess. So it's kind of cool, and it's kind of hardcore. The turtles are just like drilling right into their own shells, you know. Best action turtles, but some reviews said not good painting job. It depends on the figure. Like some, I think they're generally pretty good. So you can see here, like Dark Leo, they did the wash, and the wash isn't necessarily super great in all the spots you can see. But mainly I have problems when they do stuff like Raph with his like lips, where it's like I don't know what they were really trying to do there. Like it's not a bad idea, but it's not applied super evenly. So you're not wrong about the paint. Generally, I think for the price, not bad. Though most of this actually isn't painted. I think they do paint for like the wraps or whatever, but I prefer when they do like the washes, but yeah, best action I think generally pretty good, pretty fun. So Leo here again, the turtle bodies all the same. Leo has more like he has like thigh pads. Those big meaty thighs. And then his Dio piece. So let's get that connected. I probably should have connected it before putting turtles on it. You can see just the tabs. I'm super excited for the NECA 2012. 2012 is one of my favorite versions of Ninja Turtles. So I really didn't think we would get figures so soon, honestly. And yet here we are. So I'm super excited. I'm gonna be all in on those. Here is his turtle com. Pretty good, like for how tiny they are. That's some crazy amount of detail if you can like the radar, like that. That's really interesting. his slice of pizza. He has a full slice. So there's Mikey's half slice. Raph's drippy monster slice. You love the Super 7 2003 turtles? Those will be pretty cool too. I'm excited for those. I think those are going to be rad. But kind of, look at that. Look. How often... One thing I like that they did is they give you 2 sets of swords. So it's like you can just do the regular swords if you want, right? Like you don't have to do it. And instead of doing like an effect where it's like you have to stick it on there, they just made it part of it. Like how freaking cool is that? Whooshing. But yeah, like fantastic details. That's where JoyToy, I don't know. It's interesting. They're small, they're tiny, but the paint work, like even on the sword here, like there's some black in between the wrappings. So I dare say, I think the quality is there and the value is there. There's Leo's skateboard, like even again, like on the wheels, like just way more details than they technically needed to do. And then he gets his own little fancy turtle stand. Just nice little touch. I think NECA do Mayhem Turtles, and that's all I will buy, I think. That'd be interesting if they, like, swap around and do those. So what hands does Leo get? So he has, like, the splayed hands. Right? Again, nice, like wash in there. They even painted, like, the fingernails. And he gets... Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I feel like these are all the same hands you're getting. More openy hands. And then, like, tighter grip hands. So. Ooh. Little. Again, you may need to heat these up a little bit if you're not as crazy as me. Where you just, like, jam them on there. Because the ball peg, it can be a little rough. But look at him. He's like John Cena-ing you with his swords. So many new lines to Turtles now. Heat Boys, Medi Toys. Yeah, like, the Turtle license is going wild these days. You got the Mutants Unleashed Crabapult. Yeah. The Mutant Mayhem toys are super fun, I think. Like, especially, I've had a lot of fun with, like, the mix and match. Like, I just think they're super rad. Let's do the second slashy effect. And the, like, Crabapult actually comes, like, if you're going to get the video game, I believe it comes with, like, a skin to use. Well, see, this is why I'm not a fan of these ball pegs. It's not quite in there. Okay, there we go. Like, I can't say I know how to adequately pose for the slashy effects. Let's see. Let's cheat on the box. Okay, so they're doing like a little backslash and a little forward slash. That's pretty wild. camera's down, but the wrist is turned. Come on now. Like, I mean, it just takes. I can't. I'm not good enough in my brain to like pose them immediately. You know, like if I look at pictures, and sometimes I'll like Google pictures to be like, what's a cool pose? Because there's a lot of like just like little touches that are hard to think of. But how sick is that? And then I'm actually interested. Like, what if he has four swords? I love when figures have like the storage on the figure, right? Let's see. Ooh, ooh, that fits really nice. It's keyed, so you have to do like the right direction. Oh, come on. Come on. Again, if you want. This is where I was saying it's like I had a short where it's like the turtles could be Dracula's, like he summons little turtle demons, you know, Castlevania style to fight for you. That could work. That could work. So here's Marvel Legends. How much was the figure? $35. I got them all from Bombas B. Um, it was like 140 shipped. And so some people have them like might have them cheaper, like 30 or so, depending where you get them. I've seen some like AliExpress deals or like local shops. But I don't know. I think that's just it's just super fun to look at. Like the scale, you have to get used to how small they are, but like I would recommend get yourself some other because JoyToy makes their own 1/18 scale figures, obviously. You can get stuff like this guy is like $20. They just have like generic like human fodder. Right? That's what that guy is. Or there's like Hiya Toys is doing like other things too. And there's like a bunch of Judge Dredd. So I might be going off the deep end real quick on 1/18 scale figures just because they're fun to look at. Like they're super neato. So let's put Leo there. Where's your pick, buddy? Like look how oh god, look how sick that is with that Dio display. Yeah, the high I want to get that Judge Dredd. I've been thinking of that Dredd because I love Judge Dredd, but you're like, should I? But I don't know. There's something about 1/18 scale figures. Like I don't know what it is. Oh no, Mikey. They're just freaking neat. So yeah. And I have I have the Warhammer. This is also 1/18 scale, by the way. Just Space Marines are so freaking huge. Cursed Earth Dread. Ooh, yeah, that's I have seen that one. That one looks really cool. And then they have like so much, but like because Space Marines are supposed to be like 8 feet tall or above. So that kind of actually tracks. But I don't know. JoyToy, the detail on JoyToy, folks, is just wild. Like I understand why they're so popular. So there's him. God, I am just, like I'm a mess of hands and skateboards. The OCD in me wants to keep all the turtle hands, like keep track of them, but I don't think I can. It's too late. Last up, Donnie. Spinny bow staff alone. Look at that, Donnie. JoyToy premium. I don't know. It's just they ooze quality. Look at that guy. The boxes for these are all gonna display like super nice. How cool is that? Do we keep boxes in here? Joy2 do vehicles too. Ooh. I'm down. I'm down. I have seen like the Warhammer vehicles and like Judge Dredd. He has his bike thing. I might I'm in trouble here with these figures. But yeah, so like I keep my boxes and I love when they do like a nice art that'll display well. I think that's a super great touch. And I can't wait for like Shredder. Hopefully, I'm hoping this Turtles line of JoyToy just does super well and we get tons and tons more. Like Shredder and the Foot Soldiers already look amazing. So just give me more. But yeah, a Turtle Van. Or imagine if they did, I don't know, if they went really wild and we got like a Technodrome or like other crazy stuff. But just so sick. Like it makes me laugh because it's like it's such a big box for like the little figures, but I think they made the smart choice. And that's how we're gonna cheat on our posing here. And again, you have, Go Turtles, Mean and Green. Really, really neat, like little choice to do that. Boom. For some reason, I feel like I might be missing something. What is this supposed to be? What, like, oh, wait, no. So some of my stuff fell out. What is there? Yeah, for sure. Like boxes take up like a ton of space, so like you very quickly. I've switched to only keeping like the really really cool boxes. I feel like I'm missing something with Donnie. So he has his turtle com. Again, the same, reused. But it's like, oh wait. Ta-da! It's the wrench. Look, look at this. Look at this super tiny wrench. Like this is where I'm so impressed. Like you can see, like I don't know if because it's so small, but like the grooves in the wrench they even did. Like they're not. JoyToy isn't playing around. Like you can't find them anywhere. Um, Honestly, at this point, AliExpress is probably your best bet. I think they're still available on like Bombas B and whatnot. After this, and I know people are like, oh, AliExpress. There's a lot of like super legit AliExpress sellers. So in the description of this, after we're all done, I'll put in some links to where you can get them. There's a whole ton of smaller shops. Like JoyToy is huge, I think, because of Warhammer 40K and like Amazon. So there's a bunch of different places. You just kind of have to look around. I'm so obsessed like with the wrench. So there's a little wrench. He gets he gets a pizza too. His pizza again different. Like they're all like subtly different. His pizza has more drippy edges. Leo's is more like droopy. You have to throw boxes out, not enough space to keep them. Um, yeah, it's tough. I fold the boxes lately, which is still kind of a problem, but look, we have together you can almost make half a pizza. Well, that is half a pizza, right? It's various states. It's so small I can't hold them together. Navigating through alley to find the good sellers. There's one good store that I've purchased from a lot is Alina. I think it's Alinna toy store. Another is Fleeyama toy store. I can link you a little bit later, but look at that. Look at the spinny bow staff. That's so freaking cool. so little parts. Yeah, like this wrench, that's a tiny wrench. Like if you want to compare to like you drop that in the wrong place, gone forever. So you're totally right. Um, though the wrench is very helpful to get stuff out of the package. The bow staff. Look at that sick bow staff. Again, they even did like there's little paint between the wrappings. So good. He gets his own skateboard. I love that all the turtles get a skateboard. Which again, technically that's another stand. You know, you have like 3 stand options. The Dio piece, like very, very well made. Doesn't feel cheap. Don't squeeze it too hard because it's hollow, but don't go nuts. And then also his own little turtle stand. Super sick. So I have like 4 of these now. Very nice touch. And then a bunch of little hands, your desiccate packet. And it's still driving me crazy, but I think these are the same color, right? Like I'm not insane. I'm pretty sure these are all the exact same hands. Like small grippy hands. Bigger grippy hands. So let's complete the stand. They just slot in like so. If I can, oh, interest. Oh, that's, hold on. I have to take the turtle boys off. Actually, smart construction. Like it one slots, like it kind of like goes in different directions. So it's I think they need some stickers under the skateboard. That would be cool. Yeah, you could find like little stickers. That would be a really nice touch. Some personality. I'm sure people will make like custom stuff. But here's your stand. Like that is, I don't know. I don't know, folks. Like stuff like that is just such like a crazy premium touch. That is just so sick. So let me put the turtles back on there. Their spinny effects are, they're kind of out of control with like their spinny effects. Really hard to get them all on there and spinning. So there's Donnie to join them soon. It only took 30 years for 1/18 scale TMNT. Hey, I'm right there with you. I haven't been, strangely before this I never really knew of 1/18 scale. Like I had like GI Joes and stuff as a kid, so like it's not like a strange thing to me, but I had never really considered how big it could be. But here is Donnie kitted out. He has he has a bag, I think you can take off completely. Yeah. So if you don't like the bag on Donnie, oh, nice touch though. You can do, what is that? The bow staff in there? That's dope. How cool that is. That's like, to me that's the JoyToy thing where they're just like they're thinking of all these like little details. And then so he has pouches, like he's like a wizard. Then he just has one leg pouch. And then here's his holder thingy. fits nice and smooth. I wanted TMNT to fight my Joes in the 80s. Playmates TMNT were, yeah, Playmates. Oh, man, imagine if we had turtle figures like this in the 80s. That would have been nuts. That would have been nuts. But yeah, the 80s cartoon, all that stuff was certainly my jam as a kid. So what do we think about like the bag for Donnie? Are we pro bag or anti bag? I know the 2003 Donnie always had the bag with him though, right? So I guess it makes sense. Donnie has to have somewhere to carry the tech. But let's do. We got to prep for spinny bow staff. I think we want this guy. I do find JoyToy hands to be pretty pliable. Do the leg pouches come off? Good question. Anti-bag? I think you could. I think the leg pouches could come off if you pop off the legs. Which doesn't seem too hard to do. It's just like a ball point. A ball peg. So we need to do probably I would probably like if you're gonna do that, heat it up just in case, because it's so small. Even if it does come off, it's probably not necessarily meant to easily come off. Okay, there is that. And then I think we need like a Wacha hand on the other one. See, this is why I hate ball pegs. When the wrong end of the peg comes off, son of a bee. That... No, no. That is my nightmare. Do I have... Donnie with two bows. Yeah, we could two bow it. Fuck, man. Come on. No. 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 I It's almost out. Like, you're so close, buddy. Freaking hell. I want to. Shit. I need... It's like I have to apply pressure there to keep it in. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Son of a bee. When Donnie used the tech bow. Yeah, the tech bow is pretty cool. Man, I need... I don't have anything... grippy enough for this. Star Wars Vinter Collection hands are rubbish too. Gummy. These JoyToys look sturdy. Yeah, I think they're really good. This has been the only thing. Like I had this happen with my Space Marine 2. It's just like the double ball peg is kind of a pain in the ass sometimes. Oh. We got it. And it's something like you could do like a little bit of nail polish or just anything to like thicken that part of it and it would be fine. Should we do someone said double bow staff. Let's double bow staff it up. But yeah, like the only thing I found is just like sometimes and yeah, like a little warm water, not a huge deal, but putting like the ball peg on like the other hands can be a pain. But not too bad, all things considered. The shoulder the elbow pads also, they're not like glued, so they can swivel around, which is interesting. But look at that, double staff Dawn. That's pretty rad. I mean, Playmates Donnie does come with two staffs. So yeah, for 35 bucks, and again, maybe cheaper. Like AliExpress is often holding like sales and whatnot. What's up, Ariel? It's crack-a-lackin'. Let me get the stand is getting pretty cramped. I need to be a little more creative with the poses to give some space for Donnie. What's up? I just figured I would open these on live because I used to do a lot of live unboxing of things, but then I got away from it. And we have our live unboxing that we're going to do eventually, but so look at this stand. And the stand, I love how sturdy it is. But like these turtles are freaking insane. Like just when you look at them all together on the stand with all their effects going nuts. The last Ronin live action. Yeah, that'll be cool. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen more of that yet, like a trailer or something, but I don't know, folks. These guys, they're just wild. Yeah, you can get that in one hand. Yeah, like it's there's just something neat like having them so small. You have like a very compact TMNT collection. It's like if you're just saving on space, all you need like how wide is this stand? So like 5 inches. If you're counting like the pose, you need like 9 inches, 10 to display them. Maybe six tops for the height. So it's very economical in terms of like your space and whatnot. So I think that's super cool. It's just it's a little wacky trying to fit them all in there. Maybe Mikey goes on the inside. Yeah, probably maybe if they face other directions. Straight on your desk. Yeah. I don't know if Judith Hogue has actually been asked. I know some folks were saying they want to see it happen. It'd be interesting as her as like the older April. Straight on my desk. They come with me to every place in my pocket. Yeah, I mean, they totally could. Just trying to think. I think Raph is hard to pose. Is there a Raph pose we can steal? What do they got? What are they? So he's doing a little of that, little crossbody. Yeah, the effects are totally rad. I think they're super cool. Yeah, I think I'm on a deep hole for 1/18th scale now, folks. Like this is trouble. You buy a few Warhammer Space Marines, you buy you buy a few Judge Dreads, and before you know it, yeah, these are sick. And then look, it's like you have, like I said, this agent guy. He's jumping in to like shoot them. We can also take out, like, they have a lot of fodder, just generic ones for 20 bucks. I really am in serious trouble, actually. Because like JoyToy alone, but like Hiya Toys is doing like G.I. Joe. They have Judge Dredd. So there's all kinds of like options, you know? So let's see. Let's get this guy out. Just like a crazy armor man. The Asian market. Yeah. They really, really are. Let's see. So look, here's like a human figure. This guy's crazy. Waiting for Rocksteady and Bebop Shredder. Let's fight. Hell yeah. Those should be, apparently those are coming in November. So any time now, really, they should be shipping out. So we have him. JoyToy has a pack of 2 samurai figures. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. They have a bunch. And all their stuff, you can buy this directly from JoyToy if you want to. Only the TMNT license is like not licensed for the US, but a lot of their stuff otherwise is. And then we can have this dude shooting at him. What poses can you put those turtles in, good sir? Let's see here. I'm not necessarily like the greatest turtle poser or the greatest poser on the spot. That figure got a motorcycle. Yeah, there's a ton like of stuff they have going on. So he's like shooting at him. I think that's cool. You know, his leg. This one actually I'm not a fan of necessarily. They connected this little plastic thing to his hips, so it like limits the articulation there. That's a weird choice, but whatever, I guess. Have him. Due to space, I had to back off the rest. Bebop, Rocksteady, and Shredder, but went back on the Turtles alley, and it was a bargain. Yeah, AliExpress has good prices. They've had them, I think, for like 30 bucks. What we have here, I don't know. What kind of pose can we do for Mikey? Let's see. What does Mikey got going on? Let's do Mikey. You're scared to use AliExpress? I'll link the good sellers. I don't know. I've really had great experience with AliExpress. It just depends what you're buying. JoyToy though, as far as I know, there's not like bootlegs of JoyToy. So it's like you don't have to be afraid there. Maybe this hand. I use AliExpress all the time and I haven't had any issues. Knock on wood, but shit, let's do. There's some in the pictures it says you can get like double chuck action, which I'm not actually sure you can. Kinda, but it's not. I just like stretch those out unnecessarily. Whoop, whoop. Sorry, sorry. Can do like the arm thing. I wanted to put Mikey on his skateboard. I do find one thing I'm not a huge fan of. I wish this peg was like more in the middle. It's like everything you can get a dodgy retailer anywhere. New stuff is unlikely to be a yeah. Though I will say like in terms of shipping condition, the good AliExpress stores, like the good JoyToy stores especially, package really well. Like I got my Space Marine from Fleama Toys was mint. So it depends like their rating and whatnot, but yeah. I wanted to do like he's like pushing off with that foot there. You know, like that's pretty cool. And then you could do like in the air. I got these stands from Amazon. Yeah, I'm not like a super great poser, but the articulation on these guys is pretty dope. That's not how a human a foot works. I joined late. Any cons? The only thing I would say for cons, I wish there was, and it's kind of because like they're just their beefy thighs get in the way. Like you can see this guy. This guy can do like a great like a kick out, and I can't. And it could just be me, but I can't find a way to get Mikey to be able to kick as high in a satisfying way. So maybe a tiny bit on the leg articulation, though it depends how you want him to kick. But my only other thing, my slight annoyance is like the ball peg hand switch can be a bit of a pain. But other than that, like with Donnie, the ball pegs came out on the wrong side, so I'm not super into that. But generally, I would say these are pretty dang awesome and spectacular, and so there's nothing that I would consider like a deal breaker or anything that I don't just kind of freaking love. And it might be I could get a better range on the leg if I twist it more. The ab crunch, that's the con. Yeah, there's not a ton of ab crunch, and you can only go so far before you just like pop it out of the socket. But there's technically like a crunch there and a crunch there, but you're not getting a ton. You have more movement generally than like most turtles, the way it's connected, but still not a ton compared to others. I got burned once on eBay, so very wary of ordering from abroad. Plus shipping to Scotland also expensive. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because I can only speak to like ordering in the US. So going from like China to the US is pretty smooth with AliExpress. Um, I can again, I'll give the links for the good sellers that I have, which you should get the best experience possible. But I don't know how it'll end up when they ship to your country. But Ali retailers do free shipping. I'm also in the UK. Ordered for 25 a piece. Yeah, AliExpress, like I think AliExpress subsidizes the shipping heavily. Um, but yeah, generally the gold star JoyToy retailers ship pretty well, I would say. Where is his skateboard? Should we get all the turtles boarding it up? Leo and Dawn on the 22nd. Which is my favorite? Um, Probably for silly reasons, I would go either Leo or Donnie just because I think it's cooler when the figure has the storage on its shell, you know? So it's like and I have mixed up the hands. Ah, shit. See, here's my annoyance. Like the little ball peg coming out. That I hate. I hate that a ton. I hate it a lot because it's like especially cuz it's like it's so goddamn small too. Ugh, get out of there. You need like you need like vice grip hands and I need like stronger, smaller pliers. Oh, oh, that. I think they should have done like a way bigger peg for the inside. Like I don't know why the inside is the smaller peg. So it's not a huge deal, and I think I might do some like the Kiki loose joints to do like an extra layer. But get that on there. Shit. See? That yeah, that's the downside I'm not a fan of. But maybe at that point I'll just take this sword out. So that one is like he's reaching. So where's his board? Where's the blue board? Scalpers, yeah, Amazon. I think oddly enough, third-party Amazon sellers are some of the diciest, right? Like I think, and generally Amazon customer service will back you up, but I don't know. I feel like they're pretty wonky these days. But like he's grabbing for the sword. I don't know. So my favorite probably either Leo or Donnie solely because I just love that. Yeah, I just think it's cool. But it's so neat. They're very posable, so like I'm sure there's a ton of like pro pose videos already. So let's do Raph Borden. And I have so severely mixed up the hands. I cannot I don't know why it bugs me. Does it bug anybody else, even knowing the hands are all the same? Like I want to be sure somehow that I have like the correct hand. It's some kind of sickness, I think. Thanks for joining, man. Head sculpts are banging. Yeah, I think all the head sculpts on them are really nice. So it's like depending what expression you like. It would have been cool maybe to get some like alternate heads, but Let's get Raph doing the pizza. Angry. He's like very angry to be having pizza. But where's his other side? Oh no. Oh no. We don't like that. But let's try like that out. Let's do him on his board. It's funny like how he's like super angry, but he's also skating with a pizza. Like that's hilarious. And then we'll get Donnie. And like look how like I'm also impressed just how well the boards actually roll. Like the fact like the fact that they made the working skateboards is so silly and fun. Yeah, like honestly, like the JoyToy quality, like that's just insanely cool. The spinny effects, that's dope. So Donnie, what's up, Kuso? One thing I haven't touched on in the live, the paint smell, if you smell it directly, it's fairly strong. It's not bad, but you may need to air yours out like a little bit. Nothing crazy, I don't think. We're gonna get a little wrench action for Donnie. I think is what we're going on. I believe was it Donnie who I had the problem with like the ball peg? I think it was, but so Donnie is prepared to get mechanical. Yeah, very international crew going on. I think that's super sick. And then I think Donnie also needs like a Wacha hand. I think with the ball peg hand, what's up? Yeah. The one trick is you kind of want to like pop it off in a certain way to like work your leverage, and that'll I think reduce the chances of the smaller one popping out. God, if I could get that freaking hand on there. Freezing here, man. Here it's still like full on like summer. Let me get this stupid little hand. Popped in there. Okay, so the articulation. We'll look at Donnie here. Even though he has the most shit going on. But so you have the shoulder joint. It's like a normal shoulder joint, not a butterfly, though the way it does cut into the body. Azerbaijan, right on, right on. Sucks about the cold though. The way they sculpted the body, you almost get a bit of a butterfly joint effect in a weird way. So it's like the hands, between the hands and the elbows, like the crossover you can do, if you can see that, is pretty wild. So the way they sculpted it, you get kind of as much like that's pretty rare. The shoulders they can't necessarily come down so much and still get the crossover, but like that's for a turtle. that's a crazy pose. Like not for every figure, but a turtle being able to do that is pretty wild. So not butterfly, but you kind of get some butterfly action. Like you could definitely like double staff and whatnot. Single jointed elbows they went for there. So you're only getting that. And then, as we've been looking at the torso, you have kind of two connections, and then you can see here with the legs. The body is one piece, like the chest into the shell, and then you have a connection here, which some folks I'm sure they'll do like some mods and like shaving stuff away. So you don't get a lot there, and then there's a ball peg there on the bottom. Yeah, it is kind of SHF in a way, where they sculpt it in a certain way in mind. Take off his bag. Cool bag, by the way. But so you're getting some good like twist. And mine, I feel like, I don't know, the joint. I feel like my joint on Donnie is like stuck in an odd way. Okay, I think I finally got him. Yeah, I mean, butterfly joints is cool. They could have, like, technically worked it in there, but they got as good as possible. So you have the swivel in the waist in two spots, though it's really hard to, like, get the swivel on the bottom part, I think. So, yeah, no real crunch. And then you get into the legs. I'll show you on this leg. You have the thigh cut, which is pretty well disguised in the sculpt. Those bags look like sensu bean bags. They totally do. Like, oh god. 1/18 scale Dragon Ball Z figures at this quality. Ooh. Ooh. So the leg range is also less than I was expecting, kind of. But it's not bad. Like, you can kick back and stuff. And you can also, like, depending how you twist the leg. The Ling Jun designs are based on the recent collab in Street Fighters. Yeah, I could see that. Like that makes some sense, like the realisticness. They do have double jointed knees. Um you're getting pretty decent range out of them for a turtle. Like look, he's like a mechanic ballerina. And then there's no like shin cut or anything, but you have like the standard rocker feet. Yeah, the Ling Jun, those look super cool. But generally the articulation for these guys, I think, is as good as any other turtle, if not better. Where generally for turtles, it's like the sculpt is always getting in the way. But I'm super pleased with these. Look at Donnie. Look at Donnie. Oh gosh. I have to balance, but yeah. Like there's our four turtle bros. Like Leo's in the back all serious. Like that's just cool. Like I don't know why I love that pose so much. Super cool. Like technically, like in terms of turtle articulation, best action is pretty good. These do have like the butterfly going on, so you can do some crossing. but their sculpt is not great. And Raph has big, thick legs, so it's hard to get stuff out of him. But in terms of turtle articulation, this is probably as currently we got. And yeah, the coming with 4 skateboards is super cool. But yeah, like Raph probably has the least stuff on him. So he's the easiest to show the cross. That you can get. So it's like he's sneaking in with the pizza. But it's not bad. The best action one. Yeah. Leo has a better cross actually. Because like his sculpt accounts for it more. So it's interesting. Like he can definitely do like the double sword hand. But I don't know. I can't think of any turtles that are more articulated at that point. But maybe the Ling Jun or the Bombus B. But our 4 bros there. The bicep has to cross, not the wrists. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe someday we'll get turtles that do it better. I think they would have to cut more, like way more into the plastron, kind of like how Wolverine does here, where it's like they cut very deeply into the body. Although even this one is not necessarily like super crossing. But you'd have to do something like this. What are we saying here? The sword should be straight and pull forward to hold the sword straight. Let's do... Fuck. Yeah, this is what I'm not liking. This stupid pig. Oh. My fingers. Okay, let's get... I just need any small grippy hand. You will do. So here is where your eldest son is called Logan. That's super cool. Logan's a pretty good name. Like, because Logan is pretty, like, normal sounding. It's not, like, too comic book. And so, like, Leo being able to, like, double hold a sword, I think is a pretty good achievement. Like, maybe it's a low bar for turtles. But, like, that is pretty rad, I think. Yeah, you're gonna love them, Vera. Like I think Like it's just like these are sweet, sweet turtles. Yeah, like God, especially like that pose. If I NECA, and it's also like their sculpt is so bulky, which I love the sculpt, but it's like there's so many parts where it's just like too rigid to do it. Like he just you're not. You're just not getting it over there. It would be cool though. But yeah, they're not, that's not something they're thinking of at all. Cool. I like this figure, but yeah, it's not. It's essentially like a big old block. Where JoyToy, at least they thought about it, and that's where they like cut in. But super sick. Like that guy's dope. Ugh. So overall, yeah, the Mirage figures, like they're like there's no give to them in any of the spots. Like it's like thick thick block style. So this is the pose of dreams here. I did notice like mine has like a weird speck. So it looks like Leo has an eyeball. But that's cool. He's going the wrong way on his board, but that's okay. Maybe. I don't know. I love how you can actually roll them. Yeah. I highly recommend these, folks. I think these are dope. Just super fun. Nice paint on the shell. Yeah. Yeah, and 35 bucks, it's still pretty pricey. But for what you get, I feel like you get enough cool stuff. Where? Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, I should probably wrap it up, folks. Any other questions before I go? Any stuff you'd like to see or see me try with these guys? Yeah. Yeah, I think I think the sculpts on these are just really, really nice. And the articulation that you get is just it's generally much better. So it's like even if like Leo like he's doing some like ninja skating. Do like a above. A 3.7 Batman. Ooh, unfortunately I don't have a 3.7 Batman. I've thought about buying one. Like they're smaller McFarlane ones are like that, right? But yeah, maybe. I would say the paint, I don't know, the paint seems really solid to me. Like I haven't even had any paint flakes, which, I can't say for other figures. So I feel like the paint is super good. I don't suspect that being an issue at all. But yeah, like look at that guy. That's super sick. The balance becomes a little wacky, but I think that's dope. Yeah, no paint issues for me. No flaking, no even like rub. And I haven't been like ginger with them, especially like on the hands. Like even the hands, like that's all stuck and I've been manhandling them. So yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me, folks. Always super fun hanging out with you. And it means the world to me that you watch. Yeah, Bebop and Rocksteady, Shredder, The Foot. I can't wait for all those to come out. I would say no. They don't really fit into anything. Just because they're so small. So here's like Best Action. It's just small. Something like Playmates would be the closest, but you can see they're still just like way smaller. And then like the Fury toys are also small, but it's just like the scale. Everything is scaled down so much. Even if they're kind of close in height, they seem much more little. So unless you're doing some kind of like multiverse kind of imagining, the only thing actually, gosh, hold on. Let me try not to get Leo falling over. Um, the only thing they would really fit with necessarily is like reaction figures, like that size, because they're basically the same scale. So, yeah. And this one's a cartoon Rocksteady, right? But that's the size we're looking for. So you'd really be looking like 3.7 or other 1/18th scale stuff. The size never matters. True. It's all what you do with it. But yeah, take care, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Hope your day, your nights are all fantastic. And I'll see you later. Bye. See you, folks.